Hello, I want to tell you about my hobby. It's smoking pipe making. Since my childhood, working with wood was very interesting for me. 2 years ago, I opened for me such an interesting hobby. My father is pipe smoker, so I decided to make him a handmade pipe. Since then, from time to time, I'm engaged in the manufacture of pipes to order and for gifts. Before I start, you should remember that smoking is dangerous for human beings. The cradle of pipe smoking is America because of the climate that is very good for tobacco cultivation. People from East world opened smoking for themselves after the journey of Columbus on the west through the Atlantic Ocean. After then, there is three main types of materials that pipes are made of. It's glue, corn ears, and wood. Two first are not so good because of their fragility, but they're cheap. Wooden pipes are much more expensive, but its durability makes them very popular. Obviously, you need to take a solid and refractory material for the pipe. Therefore, elite smoking pipes are made of special wood, briar. Briar is a part of a heather bush called a bud, located between the roots and branches. Due to the fact that heather grows only on stony soils, when water is absorbed, materials pass along with it. These materials are deposited in the buds for decades, after which the wood is in this place becomes incredibly hard. The result bud is cut into small pieces, depending on the need. In addition, this wood is also highly prized for its structure and texture. Some of the blanks are used for elite fountain pens, some for knives handles, and some for the manufacture of smoking pipes. The structure of the pipe itself doesn't look too complicated, but true masters know that only by observing all the subtitles, the pipe can turn out not only to work, but to bring pleasure to its owner. For example, the draft hole should be at the very bottom of the tobacco chamber, otherwise the smoking may be too dry. Tannin must enter the mortise clearly and without cracks, otherwise resin can get into the cracks after a while, which as a result will give an unpleasant odor. Let's walk through the step-by-step process of making a pipe using one of my pipes as an example. It's impossible to buy briar in our latitudes, so I order briar blanks from Greece. Having received them, we can imagine what kind of pipe we can get. Next, we mark the workpiece and go to the lathe. Due to the hardness of the briar, work is very slow and the cutting tool dulls very quickly. Therefore, as in any other business, patience and inspiration are needed there. The first thing I do is form the shank and drill the chimney, since we will not return to this part later. Often, for added confidence, a ring made of durable material is glued to the end of the shank. This is to ensure that the mouthpiece fits shankly. In this case, it's an ebony ring. Then I turn the workpiece over and drill out the tobacco chamber as well as form its whorls. Then, by long and careful sanding and polishing with wax, I get a shiny, glossy surface, what you can see on the picture. Then, often from ebonite or acrylic, a mouthpiece is made. These materials are used because, when heated, they can be given the necessary bends. After a sharp cooling, the mouthpiece still remains in the shape that you gave it. This is followed by the process of fitting the mouthpiece to the pipe. The goal is to get rid of all gaps and visible joints. After that, the mouthpiece is also carefully polished. Now in the picture you can see some examples of finished pipes. So I hope that I have opened a little bit the door of the interesting world of woodworking and art of smoking pipes making.